Assalamualaikum, my name is Nuzul Farhadis binti Zulkifli. My metric number is 279359. I will present about introduction and one issue. Here I will introduce about RISDA. The Rubber Industry Smallholder Development Authority is a federal statutory body under the Ministry of Rural Development. RISDA was established on 1 January 1972 and receives approval Parliament. RISDA is said to function as a replanting by implementing a program to plant all rubber with new rubber. Not only that, but also replanting all the crop have been approved for smallholder. The aim to renew productivity of the smallholder sector. Next, I will explain one issue about fluctuating rubber price. Fluctuation in rubber price will continue to be an issue and problem for smallholder to deal with in this situation. This is because the yield of agricultural commodity, especially rubber, is difficult to control because it depends on demand and supply in the world market. Faced with the current uncertain economic situation, smallholders have to face the hardship of life to continue to face the fluctuation rubber price according to the world market. For instance, the drastic drop of rubber price is mainly because the market fundamentals of many buyer countries have reduced their purchases of natural rubber. Therefore, they had to swallow the bitterness due to low rubber price and had to accept the decline collection amount, which ultimately effective of their income as smallholder and rubber tapper. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anisha Rima binti Jeffrey. My metric number is 281818. The second issue that faced by the communities in RISDA agency is low household income. Most households that depend on natural rubber production are defined as below the poverty line. Low demand for rubber causes these smallholders to face the problems in low household income. Uncertain economic conditions are affecting the income of these smallholders. They only need rubber production and the income they earn is based on the current price of rubber. The decline in rubber prices has certainly affected this household income of smallholders and their living standards. These smallholders are also heavily dependent on special government contribution to support their livelihoods. RISDA target is to ensure that smallholders earn at least 2,500 per month by the end of 2015 and 4,000 by 2020. However, most of these smallholders receive income below 2,500 per month for the state of Sabah, Sarawak, Negeri Sembilan and Perak. This indicates that the average of these smallholders receive low household income, which ultimately causes these smallholders to face poverty. The last issues that faced by the communities of RISDA agency is unpredictable weather. Weather factors such as continuous rain have a negative impact, especially on those who depend on agricultural products such as smallholders. For instance, wet rubber stems prevent smallholders from tapping rubber due to frequent rains. This situation indirectly affects the source of income of the smallholders who are heavily dependent on unpredictable weather factors. Damaged latex cannot be collected and results in smallholders not earning a source of income. This situation poses a challenge to smallholders because they need to spend more than usual when the rainy season ends. As a result, smallholders have to work part-time to help increase their income when the rainy season begins. Apart from that, The prolonged hot weather is also an issue for smallholders to deal with this problem. This is because when the hot weather is prolonged, these smallholders cannot tap rubber because the rubber trees undergo a deciduous process that affects the production of latex. As a result of the survey, the yield of latex gets decreased by more than 50% and the income of these smallholders is expected to be severely affected by this drought. Therefore, it can be said that unpredictable weather conditions such as frequent rains and prolonged hot weather are the issues and problems in producing rubber and production under the RISDA agency. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Nasuha bint Abdul Rashid, Metric 279712. I will continue this presentation about the adverse effect on the local community if the RISDA agency involved fail to fulfill their role. The first is declined standard of living among the local community. The local community standard of living tend to suffer if the RISDA agency fail to increase their income because the issue of declining rubber price market is not in line with the current rising economic situation, where low rubber prices have resulted in the equation of public income is also low. Thus, the high cost of living combined with rising commodity prices has become a burden on the local community to meet all of their basic needs. With the rise in the price of goods, they can no longer depend on rubber tapping for a living. Hence, with a low rate of income, their purchasing power will decrease and basic needs that are not met in a balanced manner will lower the local community quality of life. Secondly, the effect is local community lost interest in working as rubber plantation entrepreneur. If the RISDA agency fail to perform their duty of assisting this smallholder in increasing their income and rubber production, they will eventually lose confidence and interest in becoming rubber entrepreneur and will instead turn to entrepreneur in community that are perceived to be more profitable. It was discovered that many rubber plantations are not cultivated because the price is not fixed, and the current situation also depicts the skin of rubber plantation filled with bushes, and farmers seek other sources of income that are more secure and worthwhile. As a result, due to the decline in rubber prices, some rubber growers want to switch to oil palm commodity crop with higher prices that can guarantee the future. Hence, if the local community widely shift job to other community, there will be a significant gap between rubber and oil palm entrepreneur, where there will be a labor shortage in managing rubber plantation. Next, the effect is the lack of knowledge and skill among the local community, which will reduce their rubber productivity. The RISDA agency play an important role in providing the knowledge and skill required by the local community working as smallholder on the management of good agricultural practices. However, if this task is not carried out effectively, it will impose a burden on smallholder, despite the fact that the output produced by a smallholder is frequently much lower than the estate oil palm. Data show the difference in production produced at the smallholder level is significant due to a lack of GAP complaints. Furthermore, the National Association of Smallholder Malaysia also received complaints from smallholders who claim that the extension officer who come to provide advice lack adequate knowledge and skill. As a result of most smallholder desire for high yield but a lack of knowledge, most community, particularly smallholder, have the potential to suffer losses without realizing it.
My name is Siti Nur Badara binti Muhammad Razi. My matric number 277718. I will continue the discussions about the effect on the local community the agencies involved fail to fulfill their roles. Next point is local communities' rubber trees are not durable and produce poor quality rubbers. RISDA also plays a role by supplying premium fertilizer and chemical pesticide to all smallholders to ensure that rubber trees grow well. But if the party ignore these roles, it affects the rubber tree. All types of plants, including rubber, need a proper and sufficient source of nutrients to enable them to grow to the maximum level. If the rubber tree does not get enough fertilizer and nutrition, the rubber tree will be attacked by several types of diseases and at the same time affect its fertility. This is of concern to smallholders as the situations could affect their income. Therefore, smallholders are very much expecting help from RISDA to ease their burden.
Okay, next, local community unable to expand productivity to markets. RISDA also plays a role in encouraging Bumiputra in the field of entrepreneurship, whether those with intensive experience or those who are new to it, by providing assistance in the form of equipment and good recovery workshops. But if the party neglects this role, it affects their productivity because they do not have the knowledge to market their product to a wider market. Knowledge about business is very important to entrepreneurs. They have raw materials and capitals, but they lack the knowledge to market the goods. Thus, their products are not known and not getting a response in the market. Therefore, they need RISDA to guide them in introducing their products. Last but not least, increased poverty among the local community, especially among smallholders. With the establishment of RISDA, it will also ensure that the country's natural rubber companies become stronger and more stable. If a RISDA does not play the role as mentioned, it will affect the income of the community, especially smallholders. Smallholders are still affected by the long plight of rubber price, so that their lives are challenging, along with meager income. Now they cannot longer afford to aid to society when their average income declines significantly when the price of latex was around RM2.40 per kg. The depression of the ringgit was affected the export of the commodity, and its low price have made it very difficult for smallholders. The state government hope that RISDA will make a transformation to help rubber smallholders.
My name is Khairuddin Besani. I can present about suggestion to help alleviate the problem. RISDA should to conduct in-depth survey on rubber productivity problem and provide initiative to smallholder. There are many problems to smallholder, such as small production. RISDA should to make discussion with community to get result in solving the problem the age and all three with reduced production latex within after 20 years old. Next is RISDA also should to make encourage the optimal use of the three resources. RISDA need to work contained by agency whether non-government or government organisation to create an industry. RISDA can find the capital, investor, and manpower to make rubber-based product. Then, all rubber tree also need to cut down for replanting. The tree trunk can be sold to make furniture. So, rubber smallholder no need to worry about replanting capital. In conclusion, RISDA agency have give many advantage to smallholder through the program. However, there are some issues that pose problem in the smallholder community. So, RISDA to make sure rubber smallholder can help by them so that smallholder can improve the quality and quantity of the latex production.